Shalom, folks. How you be? Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Hope you and your family are staying safe. And a happy early Passover to those of you who are celebrating it, such as myself on Zoom this evening. Look, the big political news of the day, Bernie Sanders dropping out of the Democratic primary race. Wasn't shocking news, but it's still big news nonetheless. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why Sanders didn't only lose, but in fact did worse than he did 4 years ago. Let's start with number one, right? African-American voters. Sanders needed to improve upon his low 20s percentage that he got in 2016. Guess what, folks? He didn't. He got basically the same exact percentage against Joe Biden. You saw Mississippi when Sanders fell below the 15% threshold to win statewide delegates. Not good. Number two, so important, the establishment, right? Look, Sanders was always going to be an outsider, but he could have probably done a better job to court the establishment. You can see this in the number of endorsements he got from members of Congress and governors. He got basically the same number, 10 in 2020. That's a very, very, very low number. And you saw the ill effects of that coming out of South Carolina when Joe Biden got all those endorsements from folks like Amy Klobuchar, Pete Buttigieg, Beto O'Rourke. Those folks rallied around Biden when it was clear he was the chief alternative to Bernie Sanders. Number three, so key. Bernie Sanders said, look, I need this youth surge in turnout if I'm going to win. And guess what, folks? If you look at the entrance and exit polls, those under the age of 45, in fact, made up a lower percentage of the vote than they did in 2016. So that youth turnout surge didn't happen. Number four of why Bernie Sanders did worse than he did 4 years ago, white voters without a college degree. He won that vote against Hillary Clinton in 2016. Turned out a lot of those voters were merely anti-Clinton. Biden won them when Clinton wasn't the chief alternative to Sanders. And number five, so important, fewer caucuses. Many fewer delegates were determined by caucuses this time around. Of course, caucuses were so friendly to Bernie Sanders. In fact, Sanders groups basically allowed that to occur with the Rules Committee. They gave the AOK. Turned out to really hurt Sanders. Folks, shalom. See you later. Happy Passover.